Welcome back, everyone. You know, one of the most important aspects of living a complete life would be independence. So I had a personal experience recently where it really came to light. So I came back and we talked about it here, and we thought we wanted to contact the Southern Adirondack Independent Living Center and ask them to come in and just talk about this issue. And joining me today is Kathy Wallace, who is a
Outreach coordinator.
Outreach coordinator, thank you. I never get the titles right. Titles are always tough. And Chris Wally,
yes. Associate Director of Program Services.
Good,
Yes.
thank you. And thanks for coming in. This is with the
you.
Southern Adirondack Independent Living, and we have to put the word center on it, so we'll just put that on. But the most important word in that phrase is independence.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So let's start with you, Chris. Could you give me just an indication, what is Southern Adirondack Independent Living?
Southern Adirondack Independent Living is part of a statewide independent living center or agency. We deal directly with people of all walks of life with disabilities. Mm-hmm. They could be disabilities of any kind. They could be a visible disability. They could be what I call a hidden one.
Right.
These are ones where people struggle throughout the day, and everybody may not know that they have a situation that a difficult situation they're dealing with. Mm-hmm. And what we do is we offer services. They're virtually all free, and they can come into our agency and get some assistance. And we like to say a catchphrase is "Sale helps," and we help in many different ways.
Boy, I bet. And when it comes to the word disability, I would just want to cycle back on something, hidden disabilities, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, some of them are more obvious than others, but even sight loss, hearing loss, there could be mental issues. If you're disabled, sometimes you're willing to recognize it and reach out for help, and sometimes you're not. So the whole idea that you're there as a bridge for these people is pretty phenomenal. I want to delve into the services a bit, because some of them surprise me, actually. The one that seems to be front and foremost, Kath, is equipment. Mm-hmm. So could we talk a bit about that?
Sure. We have this equipment loan program. It is funded through the Justice Department.
Okay.
And basically we have medical equipment that covers all age needs. Mm-hmm. We have services for, I'm sorry, this is all going to get edited.
Sure.
Okay. We have equipment for children, infants, toddlers,
Right.
and all the way up to end of life. So anything you can imagine, we have.
Sure. I would, again, there's the obvious ones and the not so obvious ones. Wheelchairs. Okay, so you need a wheelchair or a walker. But Chris, you were saying to other kinds of equipment, hoists and some of the other things, ramps,
Yes.
Very important, right?
People wouldn't even think that we might have. We have many hospital beds, mm-hmm. Things called rollators. People will call them walkers.
Yes.
There's those things that you can push and you can put the brakes on and sit on and take a rest, when you need to. People are constantly this day and age getting knee and hip replacements. Mm-hmm. They'll come in and I'll say, well, it's kind of a package, because they're always looking for a tub transfer seat,
yes,
a commode,
yes, right, sure.
a walker, a rollator. Mm-hmm. So we have quite a variety of things.
So you're very well stocked, and this loan program that you have, that it's temporary, on temporary basis for as long as someone needs it, right?
Well, it starts out as a 30-day program.
Okay.
There are a variety of reasons of why people might come, mm-hmm. and why we want them to come. It's accessibility, mm-hmm. it's immediacy. They can take it home with them today to use it. It is short term, but they can try to find out, is this something that works for me? Mm-hmm. And if it is, how long do I need it? If 30 days or maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, if that'll work, we can work with them. Mm-hmm. If it's a long-term thing, then they have some time to sit back and say, how can I get this for myself?
Good. Let's hit some of the other ones. A word you used really struck me, and then of course it made perfect sense. Navigator.
Yes. Our Navigator program is funded through the New York State Department of Health. New York State of Health mm-hmm. is subcontracted through the Department of Health to manage the Affordable Care Act rollout.
Right.
So the Navigator program allows for individuals to come in and work one-on-one with someone to explore what is available to them. They might have a subsidy available for them that will reduce their monthly premium. So the navigators work with people to understand how the programs are set up and what they can benefit from.
Well, you know, you think about it, if someone's suffering from a disability, we live in a very complicated world. Try navigating the Affordable Health Care Act if you just want to take a run at this yourself. Now realize that you've got a disability, you've got other concerns, you've got worries, and the idea that they could come to you and get a peer to sit down with them and say, okay, here's how you navigate this particular thing. You mentioned an acronym to me, TRAID. What is that?
Technology-related assistance for individuals with disability.
You win.
Yep, it's pronounced TRAID. It's not misspelled.
Yes.
And that is the name of our program where we loan medical equipment. And it's also a /EI, early intervention.
Yes,
that
right.
deals with the younger side of it. We talked earlier about any age group, and
right.
we serve all ages.
Well, you do. A couple of other things that stuck out to me. Benefit advisement. Something like the Navigator, I guess, in a way, right?
Similar.
Similar,
but very different.
Good. Explain the difference to me.
Advocacy is a support for any information or referral need. So if someone has any question that's disability related or how disability is affecting their day-to-day life, they can call an advocate, pick an advocate's brain, and get some answers. Advocates will help people apply for programs such as Social Security, Disability, Medicaid, pretty much anything that exists out there. And then they also help people find non-traditional means of support.
Great. Well, you get the idea. You know, when you think about it, independence, regardless of your age, is so singularly important to your self-esteem and your confidence, and that's what your organization is dedicated to.
Absolutely.
Boy, really, hats off to you. That's really something. A couple of things I just want, in closing, I just want to say to you, mid-May, probably right around Mother's Day, they do their annual garage sale. I've seen this. This is up in Queensbury. What's the name of that road?
Glenwood Avenue.
Glenwood Avenue, right off of Quaker Road. A big yard sale where they can raise funds to help with all of these very valuable programs that we've been discussing. They've got a gala in the fall, but we'll have you back before then to remind our viewers of that time. And thank you very much for coming in. What a worthwhile organization. And now you know a little bit more about it.
That's right, sale helps.
Yes, it does.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in. See this interview again? You can head to our website, looktvonline.com.